engineer. And to be honest, this right here is one of my passions because with working with AI for a couple of months now, because I've been off from school, right? And school is starting back for me soon. But I will still try my best to stream and do whatever. But I've learned a lot from AI, in the past 4 months of me like genuinely like using it and trying different like prompts and stuff like that. And what I can genuinely say is that we still don't know. I think that is probably the best answer I can give is that we don't know. We can just speculate. We can, have these conspiracy theories and stuff about taking over the world and stuff like that. But from what I've seen in the past 4 months of me using it, to be honest, it isn't really that good because even though yes it helps you do the 80% of the work, it's like you still have to put in that 20%, and that 20% is very important because it's like you can get a code and stuff like that from AI, but it's like if you don't know or if you don't understand where you have to put the certain like codes and programs and stuff like that, it's like what is the point of you, you know generating a whole code and I don't know what to do, right? So it's like to like go back with should you become an AI engineer? It's like I let me put it like this: if a good team of pro, okay, nah, I shouldn't. Let me not say that's a bad analogy to use. But most I can say is like what I said yesterday, in the sense that it's you. You can I don't want to give away too much of the source because there's a plan that I'm trying to do with it, but to like kind of give away the answer a bit, but you still have to use a bit of common sense. Is that, remember, it's a tool, right? So as of how AI is now, it's a tool. So use it as a tool, like if you, let's just say, you want to build a house, right? You need concrete, you need sand, you need dirt, you need pipes, you need water, whatever else, right? Hammers, wheelbarrows, whatever, right? All those things are tools in order for you to build your house, right? So it's like use AI just like that. Use AI as a tool to help you build your house or build whatever software or whatever you want to build, right? But even I just give away like 75% of the answer. The rest 25% is, if you really crucially think about what I just said, is that you can go limits beyond your imagination of what you can do with AI, right? And I mean, another big hint as well is that why are companies firing their workers? You should look into that as well, because some people are scared that, well, AI is going to like, basically take over my job. And it's like, yes, it can, but not how it is now. It wouldn't because it's not that powerful as yet. It's not that good as yet. So it's like, and I don't think it genuinely, I don't think AI would be perfect. you know it will only be perfect for certain instances where you have to apply that knowledge into AI. So that's just like a quick you know summary of what I think AI is going to do. And yeah, let me know what is your thoughts on that on that monologue that I gave. But yeah, let's just react to this video here. And I did watch this video. I don't remember exactly what was said in this video, but I do remember watching it. So yeah, let's click into it.
You're thinking of becoming an AI
Ooh,
engineer.
sorry, sorry,
So,
sorry, sorry.
you're thinking of becoming an AI engineer. That's cute. You've seen the job titles on LinkedIn, you've watched some YouTubers say AI is the future, and now you're wondering if it's your turn to join the algorithmic elite. You're imagining yourself building the next Jarvis, or at least a chatbot that doesn't call people lizards. But let's talk about what being an AI engineer actually looks like. Because spoiler, It's not all robots and glory. It's mostly Python scripts, cleaning spreadsheets, and waiting 3 hours for your model to converge, only for
Yeah. Oh,
it to still predict that a dog is a cucumber. But before we
yeah. So, like, as he mentioned there, it's like, you really have to learn Python. That is something I myself am struggling with as well. Like programmers, like, web development is still good and stuff because that is what I'm into. But to me, it's like I'm looking to skip this programming part and do something else. If you catch what I'm going with this, right? So it's like even though I don't think there's a way for me to with web development to skip like a part like this, I think Python is very important, when it comes to these kind of activities. But um yeah, it is a lot of codes that you have to know and understand, and it's like you're trying to use ChatGPT or Grok or Google Gemini or DeepSeek, right, to build this application, but it's like those applications are not even good themselves. It's like hence why I said companies are firing workers. I literally just gave the answer twice, right? So it's like really, really deep, really think about what I just said and comment down below, man.
hours for your model to converge, only for it to still predict that a dog is a cucumber. But before we start, please like this video and subscribe to Engineer. Think of it as a weird hybrid.
Sorry, my bad.
Back to the video. So what even is an AI engineer? Think of it as a weird hybrid between a data scientist, a back-end engineer, and someone slowly losing their grip on reality while trying to optimize a loss function. In simple terms, you're designing and implementing systems that use machine learning or deep learning to do stuff like recognize speech, generate text, detect fraud, or recommend YouTube videos you didn't ask for. You're building the brains of modern
Yeah, so basically that what goes into it. So like you have to like know a lot of data. You have to be as he mentioned that it is a lot of designing and implementation systems that you have to add to it. Like, bro, there's so like okay, it's like to build this by yourself makes no sense. It's like you have to get others to build it with you. It's like at least like five to like maybe uh yeah, maybe 5 to 7 programmers that are like good, and you all could come together and build like this AI system, because to do this by yourself makes absolutely no sense. Like, it's going to take very long, especially knowing that AI isn't really that good as yet. It's like trying to build it on your own, bro. This is headaches, man. Real
that
talk.
use machine learning or deep learning to do stuff like recognize speech, generate text, detect fraud, or recommend YouTube videos you didn't ask for. You're building the brains of modern software, which sounds cool until you realize those brains are mostly trained on Reddit, comments, and mislabeled cat photos. Day to day, you're deep in code. Python is your lifeblood. You'll be using libraries like PyTorch or TensorFlow, wrangling APIs and orchestrating containers just to deploy a model that still performs worse than a logistic regression from 2009. And yes, you're also doing infrastructure work, writing Docker files, tuning GPU instances on cloud platforms, and wondering why your bill just went up by $200 overnight.
Yeah, but yeah, it's basically what you're trying to say, that there's a lot of power that goes into building these, like, because data centers are a lot, because remember there's a lot of there's a lot of process power that it takes to like generate data over and over. So it's like, hence that's what I mentioned, that you can't do this by yourself. You need to get at least like 5 to 7 programmers that can, help you with this, because or you'll come together and do it, because bro, it's going to be a pain, bro.
Oh no, this can't be.
Actual
give us-
serious math. First off, math. Not just I can do my taxes math, actual serious math. Linear
Yeah.
algebra, calculus, statistics. You need to understand how gradient descent works, why activation functions matter, and what in God's name an eigenvector is. If that
Yeah, bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, you gotta learn, bro. if you never paid attention in school with odd maths, bro, you're cooked, man. You are cooked, bro.
Gradient descent works, why activation functions matter, and what in God's name an eigenvector is. If that sounds intimidating, good. It should be. This field is a beautiful mess of theory and practice, and you can't rely on just copying Stack Overflow answers for everything, though. Let's be real. You'll still try. Then there's programming. If you don't know Python, you're not getting very far. You
Yeah.
need to be comfortable writing scripts, using Jupyter notebooks, handling large data sets, and debugging models that keep predicting the same output no matter what you feed them. SQL is also handy because guess what? Your magical AI model is useless if you can't pull the data out of the database in the first place. And
Yep. Yeah. You have to know all these here because the Jupyter Notebook. I'm not exactly too sure what Jupyter Notebook is because I said I'm more into like web development. So let me just do a quick Google search here. Jupyter, Jupy, Jupyter Notebook. Shoot them for meaning. And I said I'm learning something here new, so I'm gonna share this with you all. Oh wait, I need to wait, I can just do this. And let me bruh. Hold on, give me 1 second. So let me just share my screen. Wait, why did it went blank though? What the hell? Hold on. Bro, why did it went bro? Man. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm still using window capture, bro. This is trash, bro. I'm gonna just use display capture. Alright, nice. But yeah, basically what Jupyter Notebook is right here. So the Jupyter Notebook is a open source web application that allows users to create and share computational documents called notebooks. These notebooks combine live code, equations, visualizations, and narrative text formatted using Markdown in a single interactive environment. So basically, like what I'm understanding, what it says that is like sharing of codes, documents, equations, and text and stuff like that. And basically, like I'm guessing it is like just to make your coding faster in a way, you know. So let's go back to this.
your magical AI model is useless if you can't pull the data out of the database in the first place.
Yep.
And speaking of data, get used to it. 80% of your time will be spent cleaning, normalizing, and labeling it. You'll look at CSVS until your eyes bleed. You'll realize that most real-world data is just broken, inconsistent nonsense, and that data quality is the real boss battle of AI engineering. So what's the
Yeah, that is true because quality data is a lot because remember AI basically take because when people train AI, they train it, and again, I'm giving a big hint again, AI basically trains off of the internet. So it's like there's stuff on the internet that is going to be false, and hence why your code breaks, right? So again, that's why I said you have to be very careful when it like it's basically like why we said the 20% is still important because you can yes it can give you AI can give you 20 sorry AI can give you 80% of the code, but it's like you still need to put in that 20% because it can still have the wrong code, you know.
consistent nonsense, and that data quality is the real boss battle of AI engineering. So what's the work like? Well, a typical day might start with a new data set. You explore it, clean it, try to find meaningful features, and then set up your model. Maybe it's a neural net, maybe it's a random forest, maybe
Yo,
you just
no,
settle
no
on
way.
XGBoost because that's what everyone else does. You train the model, stare at the loss curve, tweak a few hyperparameters, and wait, and wait, and wait. Finally, it finishes training and gives you results slightly better than flipping a coin. Congratulations. You're now an AI engineer. But is it worth it in terms of money?
Yeah, so basically what he just mentioned there is like, I mean, obviously he gave a very simple but straight to the point answer of what an AI engineer is, but it obviously is a lot of work. And genuinely, to get the best results, I would still say like team up with someone else, because as I said, there's a lot of CPU power that you have to go through, a lot of data you have to go through, like making sure you understand all the different Python languages. Like, bro, it's a headache to do it by yourself, right? And it makes zero sense. Like, you would if you want to do that by yourself, that is genuinely going to take you at least like 3 to 4 years to learn. You know? So and with how this world is getting, it's like you don't have to. But okay, well, let me put it like this: by the time you understand or learn that, it's like the world is already 10 times or 10 steps already past that, you know. So it's like if you really want to be ahead of the game and like really be a competitor or a disruptor in the market, you have to team up with a group of developers and just do it from there, because it makes zero sense in doing it by yourself.
Congratulations. You're now an AI engineer. But is it worth it in terms of money? Yeah.
Oh
AI
yeah, you
engineers are
right.
among the best paid roles in tech right now. If you know what you're doing, you can pull six figures easily, especially if you're working on large language models or applied AI in fintech, healthcare, or autonomous systems. But with great pay comes great competition.
Yep. And and it's like hence why I said it's about speed and it's about quality, because companies aren't going to hire someone just randomly. So it's like, even though yeah you might be getting like 100K plus a year for a job like this, it's like, bro, you have to be so quick with it. You have to be so like, bro.
Everyone wants in. Boot camps are spinning up AI expert certificates like pancakes, and every resume has the word ChatGPT slapped on it like it's a personality trait. So here's the honest part. This isn't for everyone. If you hate math, ambiguity, or failing over and over again just to move your model's accuracy by 0.2%, this path will destroy you. If you
Yeah, that is not me. I got a 2 in math in terms of where I'm from the Caribbean, right? So in terms of like math, I got a 2, grade 2. So I'll be cooked, and I never did add maths as well. So yeah, this is not for, yeah, this is no for me, dog.
want clear answers and fast feedback loops, go build front ends. AI is a jungle of uncertainty, constant experimentation, and models that work perfectly in training and then collapse the moment they touch the real world. That said, if you love puzzles, don't mind getting your hands dirty with messy data, and enjoy the thrill of solving problems in weird, probabilistic ways, this might be your dream job. Just don't go into it expecting to build superintelligence on day one. You're more likely to spend 2 weeks trying to figure out why your GPU isn't being used because you forgot to call to device. So should you become an AI engineer? Maybe, but don't do it just because it's trendy. Do it because you're curious, because you love learning, and because you're okay with being humbled by a model that thinks every image is a banana. And if you do choose to step into the AI world,
Bro, there's no he just put Diddy and a banana. Yo, that is wild, son. Yo, that is wild, bro, really put a man. Yo,
do it just because it's trendy. Do it because you're curious, because you love learning, and because you're
yo, that
okay
is
with being
wild,
humbled
son.
by a model that thinks every image is a banana. And if you do choose to step into the AI world, there's one thing you'll learn fast. Good data beats fancy models every time. And that brings us to this video's sponsor.
Yeah, so pretty much basically like what an AI engineer is a lot of maths. You have to learn a lot of programs, a lot of data, make sure that you get quality data to, basically quality data equals to quality results, and quality results equal to a lot of money, you know? So that's basically like a very short part of what's what I should say a summarized version of what a AI engineer is. And to get into the second topic, because sorry, I forgot to mention what the first topic was, or what the topics we were speaking about on today's stream, is that so we talked about should you become an AI engineer, that's the first topic. Then the second topic is the differences between C languages. And this will be this video right here. Let's
C,
get
C++,
into it.
and C#. What's the difference? Let's start with C.